go.
Kenny, a couple of your quarterbacks worked with different coaches, had opportunities over the summer. Just what you see from Bo and his opportunity to work with the QB country guys, what he got out of that.
And you can see his release. He doesn't pull out his front hand as much, right? I mean, the guru term is you speak into the mic, right? So you compact your release. Ty compacted his release as well. You know, he doesn't have his longer release, he doesn't drop the ball. And, you know, Dre just really worked on quickening up his feet.
And you've had guys work at the Manning Academy before. What do you think Tony got out of it this first go around?
Just, you know, he gets to be around guys that are leaders, and he gets to see how people carry themselves. I think that's one of the most important things playing quarterback, and I think it's starting to carry over for him.
Do you feel like the quarterback is feeling a lot more comfortable in the offense now after having someone being able to learn it?
No question.
Who's been the biggest growth for the younger guys, do you think, this offseason?
I just think for the younger dudes, it's strength and conditioning. Right, getting in the strength and conditioning program has nothing to do with football. It has to do with that weight room and the growth in there.
You're excited by the progress you've seen just across the board offensively?
100%. I think Coach Love's doing a great job.
How do you guys evaluate from day to day and eventually week to week just progress being made with, I guess, the overall development of the offense?
Well, we chart explosives, negatives, consistent plays for us. So we chart almost every measurable possible, MAs, penalties, and we're just trying to look for some consistency.
What have you seen from the incoming guys like Caleb Chapman and Bucky?
Yeah, they flashed at times. You know, I think once again we just need consistency. I mean, that's what you look for in a player, is a guy who can be consistent.
Do you guys have a date in mind when you want to settle?
Nope.
With Caleb, what in his skill set was attractive? And Dan was talking about needing intimate knowledge from previous schools. What was it about?
I mean, just size, speed, length, ball skills. I mean, pretty good combination.
Kind of fits a lot of what you're looking for next.
No question.
Is one scrimmage, and given that you had spring too, is one scrimmage enough, do you think, Kenny, or will it take two to make it?
No, I mean, it's going to take what it takes. I mean, whatever that is, it is. There's not a magic number to it.
Coach, we've heard a lot about your energy in practice that you bring. I saw a video of you mic'd up at Memphis back in the day, 2017, and you're kind of rapping, singing along to lyrics. Is that something that you still keep up with current music and singing along at practice? And how does that kind of help you relate to your players?
Yeah, I don't know current music at all. Just brutally honest, I listen to super old music, Temptations, Train. I mean, I listen to music that, you know, is not really in this era. I'm an old soul, so. But I do kind of know the music based off, you know, I'm around, you know, 18 to 22-year-olds, so I do like Rod Wave.
Someone like Kyler Casper, a young guy reclassified to this class. How do you see him kind of establish himself so far?
Yeah, I think he's done a really nice job just adapting. You go from a high school kid to all of a sudden being a college kid. You weren't expecting it. You were supposed to go back to high school this year. So I think a little bit of him is, whoa, but he's responded. I mean, today was the first day I saw him really attack and be physical and really kind of be comfortable out there.
What's your philosophy on running back distribution, Kenny? Because at Memphis, obviously, you had two or three guys where two would be pretty close, three wouldn't necessarily be too far behind. Florida State was a little bit different. You had multiple quarterbacks. What's kind of your philosophy?
It's not about total touches for me. It's about yards per carry, and it's about explosive plays. So we want to keep guys fresh. That way, at the end of the game, we have fresh legs. So, I mean, the more running backs you have, the better.
How many can you realistically, can you use five? You have 5 scholarship guys, you've got 6 walk-ons or something?
I mean, we've used 5 before. I mean, we've had 4 before all be impact players for us. 3 gone over for 1,000 yards of total offense at one point. But, you know, I'm not saying that that's going to happen. I'm just saying that we're going to use whatever we got, you know, whatever our talent is. That way we're fresh in the fourth quarter.
With a lot of transfers and new guys that are skill position players, how does having a solidified offensive line that's already played together increase stability?
Yeah, I mean, we're still competing there, but it is nice having guys and having leadership there in terms of getting those guys all on the same page when you're learning a new system. At the end of the day, football's all very similar, right? Especially up front, right? It's just learning a new verbiage and learning the nuances of it. So having all those veterans is definitely making it a better transition.
No, it's only a couple of days in Shell. Just what have you seen from Josh Conway so far?
Yeah, I mean, you see a big athlete. No, I'm excited for him. Yep, you see a big, thick dude who moves well and bends well. So what we kind of saw when we evaled him on tape.
On Monday, or at Media Day, Dan mentioned just at quarterback, command of the offense is going to be a big factor in picking whoever starts. Just how do you evaluate their growth in the command of the offense for you guys?
Well, I think it's just in between plays, you know, are they directing the show? If somebody's a misaligned, are they making it right? Or is the play just going to be a negative? You know, at the end of the day, we talked about extreme ownership in our room, right? When you play quarterback, I mean, it is the definition of extreme ownership. Whatever happens is on you. If you don't score, it's on you at the quarterback position. So that just goes into taking charge and having extreme ownership over the unit when you're on the field.
Have you seen that growth since end of spring ball till now? That
I have, and I think part of that is they're more familiar with the offense. You can't make people right, you can't fix problems when your head's still spinning. So I think they're slowly getting it, they're processing it better, and it's allowing them to help other guys, you know, when we're not aligned right, or get guys in proper splits.
There's the parts that the public sees that we see, kind of particularly quarterback or spring game, limited spots in practice, but there's all those things that you see in the meeting room that we don't. So how do you weight that in terms of how much time somebody's spending in the film room or looking over film on their iPads or something, or we're talking about aptitude and control of how much you're quizzing guys? Is there somebody who's taking a lead in that kind of capacity in the quarterback?
Not really. I mean, for me, it's about, can you take the meeting room to the field? So some kids may need to spend 5 hours to learn something. Some kid may spend it, look at it, 30 minutes, memorize it, right? Can you take something from the meeting room to the field, right? Whatever that is. So everything for us, we obviously want guys to come in and work and put in that time necessary because that helps you on the field. But at the end of the day, we play football. We don't watch film. So the film is going to help you prepare for football, but we're going to be judged by, you know, the process on the field. Obviously, the film work is going to drastically help you when you get to the field.
As you're making these evaluations, you've got 4 days of film now from practice. Does that still feel like a small sample size? Does that feel like a meaningful body of work to make evaluations?
Not meaningful. We haven't even had full pads yet. We haven't played football yet. We've played 7-on-7 a lot, though.
I'll give you one more.
The tight end room has changed a bit since the spring. Obviously, in Pat getting a little bit at the end of spring there. Cam is limited. Just what have you seen from those two guys in particular where you probably get to see very much of this?
Yeah, it's good to get those guys back, get them moving around. They're moving around better. I think those guys can help us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks,